everybody. Comedian and an actor who stars in the HBO series Curb Your Enthusiasm, his new podcast.
Hello to J.B. Smoove.
Emmy Award-winning actor and comedian J.B. Smoove.
Welcome to Very Funny, J.B. Smoove.
Emmy-winning actor and comedian J.B. Smoove.
He's been making us laugh since he first appeared on that show in 2007.
Congratulations on it.
Oh, man, thank you so much.
Boom! Boom!
Is that still workable, the fist bump? Is that still...
If people still doing that?
That's real, of course. So we know J.B. Smoove, the actor, the comedian, the personality, as it is. I want to talk to J.B. Smoove, the marketer.
Yes.
Or even the marketing and advertising enthusiast, right? So what makes marketing like a compelling hyphen inside your identity? Of all the many things you could do a lot of different things. Clearly, you have the social capital, you have the cultural capital, you have the network of all things you could do. What makes marketing so compelling for you?
For me, it's this, man. You know, I've always been, even as a child, I've always been an ideas guy. I also I love to create, you know, and I truly believe that people always talk about their humble beginnings, you know, and I think you find something that you love to do, but sometimes it's reversed. Sometimes you find something amazing like the marketing world, the ad world, and somehow that propels you in that direction. You would think it would be the reversal, but it's actually started because I always loved that world. And I do know they do intersect at some point, because what are we doing on stage? We're selling. We're salesmen. Comedians are salesmen. We'll have you believe in something we're saying. All we did was take something, whether it's sad, tragedy, or something funny, and made it funnier. And we have that knack. That's what comedians do. So I just applied my love of advertising, my love of making people laugh, and my love of being a creator. You know, I think of something every day. I carry a book around, or I put notes on my phone. Every day I write something down. And it's not even for me. It's for somebody else. You know what I do all the time too? Just sidetrack.
Oh, please.
I got 50 fake company names. No, I just make stupid stuff up all the time. You know, and it's not stupid because someone more than likely want to buy it. You know what I mean? I was getting my grandma's house redone for this TV show, Secret Celebrity Renovation. Okay. And I was putting curtains on the, I was hanging some curtains up, and I said, "Oh, a new company." And it's like two little short mobsters, and it's Curtains for You. You know, they said that back in the 50s. Yeah, it's Curtains for You. So, but that just feeds my creativity. It feeds my mind, and this is what I know for a fact. From a child to now, I was built to do this.
So take me back there. Take me back childhood. What are some of those like iconic ads that come to mind that you like when you hear it? It's almost like my kid today, when they hear liberty, 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 they know exactly what that is. Or
my damn age right now, but you know, please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Yeah.
I've fallen, I can't get up. They ring in my brain, but that is also good ad work and good commercial work, because you're supposed to remember that rhythm. You're supposed to remember that over and over again, like the ABCs, right? No one in this room has forgotten the ABCs. When you hear something over and over again, even as a child, that thing is embedded in your mind. You know, your TV shows you watch, the commercials that come on, you memorize it and you buy it because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to remind you what to purchase.
That's right.
Based on what you hear.
So we call that mnemonics, right? We hear the thing, it was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And it's like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I know exactly what that is. Or
it's a bop, bop, bop. It's a rhythm. It's a rhythm to it, which is what stand-up is. Stand-up is a rhythm. You might not, now that I told you that, you're going to watch stand-up comedians different. You're going to see that rhythm. You know what I mean? You're going to see the premise. You're going to see the setup. You're going to see the body of it, and you're going to see the punchline. you're going to see that's how they write. And a lot of times it's in threes. This happened, and then this happened. But what if this happens? A lot of comedians write in threes also. So for me, my whole turnaround was, loving commercials growing up, also loving TV shows. One of my favorite shows was Bewitched. Thus
Theme song, Good Night.
Oh, come on, man.
It's
Come on,
Lights
man.
Out.
Come on, man. And Jeannie. Jeannie had that little studio apartment bottle. Come on, man. Fine as hell. Come on, man. Am I wrong? Jeez. The little studio apartment.
When I heard about you finding yourself in the world, not just as talent, right? We've seen you in ads forever. We know you as the face of Caesars. We know all that stuff. But when I heard about you becoming a practitioner, being on this side of the industry, I thought to myself, that makes a ton of sense. Not just because you're funny, but I think that stand-up comedians in particular are the best marketers on the planet. And here's why. And want you to either validate it or expound. Like, you all are just naturally curious. Like, you look around and you go, that's weird. Yeah. You see that? And she did that, and he did that. Okay, this is a thing. And then you start to say, okay, so what's happening here?
Yeah.
As a strategist, we go, what's the causality? What's the theory that's leading that? But you're getting at, what is the human truth of why that's happening? And then you find a way to say it in a rhythm that no one's heard before. And you get on stage and say it, you go, it's every time you go to the mall, you do this, everybody goes, that's so me. You're like, yeah, I know, because I've watched you.
Yes.
Is that spot on?
That's spot on. You have to, number one, when someone calls me, whether it's a spokesperson position job or it's just a commercial spot, I don't care if it's VO, I don't care if it's on camera. I'm giving you what, if you call me, you know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? If you call me for a job, there's no audition when you call someone to be a spokesperson. We want your voice. Yeah. We want people to buy it because you are the spokesperson for this, whether it's White Claw campaign, whether it's Caesars. I must have done 30, 40 commercials already. I mean, and not just in the commercial, me and my partner Miles, we are actively, not just to make me look good, but to make your product look amazing. And that means punching up. That means changing the rhythm of it. That means you can't be scared to make people laugh. Sometimes that's the most memorable one. Oh, you said a commercial when this commercial, da-da-da-da. And you're like, oh, what was it? And then tell you what it is. Now, look, I get it. PC is a thing. I get it. Some brands get scared. Humor has got to make a comeback. We need to smile and laugh when you hear a great spot. We can't wait all year for the Super Bowl spots. It is a thing. Think about this. No one talks about commercials until the Super Bowl. And the next day on the morning shows, they rank the best ones from 1 to 10. The ones that hit hard, the ones that people loved. People can't wait for the commercials. That's as much as they love the game itself. They can't wait for the commercial. They want to see what commercials, how far we're going to go and see how funny this is. And then they rank them. So this is something that should be all the time. Yeah. You should be able to catch a great commercial, a great product, sell that product in a funny, cool way. And why not, someone like myself and my First Darren company, this is what we do.
That's exactly what my next question is going to be. Yeah. Tell us about First Darren. What's the proposition? What do we do? You say this is what we do. What do we do?
We sell your product in a cool way.
Say more.
We sell your product in a way that is going to get attention. It's going to be memorable. You get hands-on from our amazing company that we're growing right now. We teamed up with UEG, which is one of the big boys out there. And we are going to, I'm telling you, we are going to show you something that you didn't even know you needed, because I truly believe that it's the voice behind it, but it's also planting amazing seeds. That's going to take the industry in a great direction. With all this stuff that's going on in the world today, your brain needs a vacation. Your brain needs a point to relax and don't be so tensed up about everything. Everybody's so eager to judge something. As soon as they hear it, they want to complain about it. They cannot wait. Everything is complainable now.
Complainable.
No, everything is, no, think about it. Everything is. When you read comments on stuff, you see all the bad stuff, and you see some people say, this is really funny. Because you know what? We have given people the ability to make judgment on everything. When I was growing up, there was none of that. You either loved it or you didn't. You bought the product or you didn't buy the product. Now, you have to really hit it home and make sure that you're covering every base with what you're trying to do. Thus, that's why I talked about earlier, that rhythm. I talked about the rhythm. I talked about how, I'm not telling everybody to use stand-up but think about what you're trying to sell, how you're trying to sell it to the brand. Listen to the brand, but also talk their ass off the ledge. I'm just saying, we've been on sets, man, where we'll say, oh, here's what can work. And we got to literally spoon feed and talk them off the ledge. Or we'll do this. We'll say, we're going to give it to you how you want to do it. Multiple takes. But then you're going to give us the last 10. Now watch what we do with it. If you're not sitting there doing this, we don't got to do all 10. But our job is to sell, because we are salesmen. And I was motivated with this company because I love it. I love the world. It's on my skin. And that's why I used, the analogy was, I'm reversed. You know what I mean? That world that I loved, I'm able to apply that to my stand-up. Mm-hmm. Think about my character, on Curb Your Enthusiasm. What is he doing to Larry every time? He's selling Larry some bullshit. Whether it's an idea, whether it's, his life. Here's what the trick is. 2 tricks. One, the show is improvised, number 1. That's already given me a little rope. This is not written. Only the outline is for the episode. Outside of that, there is no dialogue on Curb Your Enthusiasm. The dialogue is coming from the comedic actors. We create the storyline. Thus, I apply this to what we do, right, in the ad world. Now, my thing is, here's how I process. Number 1, I don't decide how I'm going to, Larry will come to me with a problem. I don't make my mind up if I'm going to have his side or go against him until they say action. I don't know what direction I'm going to go, but I need to hear it. I need to hear what the problem is, and then I can say, you're wrong as hell, Larry. Or I can say, oh, yeah, here's what we're going to do. And within that, I also try to give him something he did not know about the Leon character. Something new that he didn't know about my life. I try to do that every episode because that also extends things. So think about applying that to the ad world. Think about adding that, I'm going to give you something you didn't know about my product. I'm going to give you something you didn't even know about it. That I don't even promote that part. But I'm going to do it right now. You're going to find out something new about my product. And that is salesmanship. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah. So you're kind of giving us a master class here. Yeah. So I want to just dive. Let's do this. Let's dive
in, baby.
Yeah. So I want to do a game.
Okay.
Called overrated or underrated.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to give you a prompt. I want you to tell me if it's overrated and underrated and expound on it. Cool? All right. Here we go. Using celebrities in advertising, overrated or underrated? This is the marker, JB Smoove, I'm talking to right now.
Underrated.
Say more.
Underrated. People, look, the natural instinct of what a celebrity brings to something. It's a natural thing. People like recognizable. They want to be able to relate to people they never get to touch. They don't know who they are outside of what they do on TV. They don't know. But if you're smart, here's how you create a longevity with the brand, right? You got to create longevity. I can't do everything because if it's not something that I'm interested in or part of my lifestyle, I feel like I'm faking the funk. I feel like I'm just taking a check. Why just take a check for something you don't even use or you don't even care about? That to me is false advertising. If you say you love something, love it. Say, man, I'm interested in that. Earlier today, I saw a guy earlier, he gave me a vitamin. He gave me a vitamin pack that was vegan. And I said, oh, wow. He said, I know you're vegan. I said, oh, man. He said, we got to do something together. I said, you damn right. Why would I say no to a vegan vitamin and I'm vegan? I'm the perfect person to sell that. If I'm a traveler, I would naturally love to do something with a travel app, or you live it, you sell it. People see you using it, they'll say, damn it, you really use that shit. You know what I mean? They will say that. But if you're just in there, just in and out, I just came from another commercial I love, man. You're not you and you're hungry. That's a great commercial.
That's right.
Great commercial. But I say that because you have to me, that's truth in advertising.
Yeah.
Anybody can jump up there and do a commercial and not use the product and go to hell home with the check. Right? You can just go home. I'm good.
Yeah, you got the bag. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah,
All right, so here's the second question for you, and I think I know your answer, but I want you to expound on this. Jonathan Mendenhall is a CMO at Rocket. He's like a superstar CMO. He used to be at Airbnb, spent a lot of time making massive impact at Coca-Cola, and he would say that if the spot doesn't make him cry, he's not into it. He wants to cry. He wants to feel emotional, such that like he brings himself to tears. Rated, is it overrated or underrated?
No, man, it's rated, brother. You can't look. Emotion is there's a few things. I hate to apply everything to stand up, but
I mean, this is all good. This is the context. It's good context.
Look, if I can make you laugh, cry, or cry laughing, if I can do those three things with you, look, I've heard people, because look, when we're on stage performing, a lot of times, if you listen very intently, a lot of comedians take real and they twist it to make it therapeutic, not just for themselves, but for the audience. So you'll see people like, damn, your dad was crazy, huh? You know what I mean? Or whatever it is, you know. But if you put a spin on it, you know, and it's funny, but underneath there's a little bit of heart, a little bit of you know, therapeutic feel to it. You get it. But if I can make you laugh, and cry and allow you something to remind you of, you know, your dad who's gone, or you know, and it's underneath the humor that made him do what he does, it's a story. That's the story. So yes, you need to have that range of emotion in what you're doing, because there's a passion for what you are selling. Yeah. You're not up there just selling something for the hell of it. You're selling it because you love what you do. You just want everybody else to love it too. You want everybody to love what you're selling. Yep. Right? Because you love it.
That's right.
You know how sad it is to have a small business and you said, I'm going to make edible fucking candles, right? And nobody buy that shit. You're like, man, you're this, look, you are not doing good. Because this is you had this idea, and this is what you thought would sell. So if it doesn't, you feel terrible. You feel like, this is my dream. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that balance. And I truly believe those are, I think last year, wasn't there a commercial on last year that tugged at the heartstrings last year. People were like, man, that commercial about da. Oh, I forgot the name of the commercial, but people were like, man,
It touched you.
that got me.
Yeah.
That got me. That got me. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, that commercial did well. It wasn't funny, but it was a need.
Yeah.
It filled in a void that was missing. Every commercial don't got to be funny.
Well said.
It's just got to do what it does.
Well said. Like that. Like that.
Yeah.
Either make me laugh, make me cry, make me cry laughing. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a line. It's a good one. TV is dead. Overrated, underrated.
Oh,
Or TV is dying.
being someone who's in the business, there's something else waiting. I don't know what it is yet. There's something else coming into the entertainment world that we don't know what it is yet. I know we have exhausted a lot of areas. I know it's harder to create shows. Studios are having a hard time producing things. You know, a lot of the, I'm just based on LA, a lot of the studios are moving out of California. So this is going to be open season. It's going to be a wide market. If you want to start a studio, you better do it now and put that shit in Topeka, Kansas, or what? Put it somewhere. I'm telling you, it's see, when things start to get oversaturated and everybody starts doing it, something else got to come. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but something else has got to come into play, because now when everybody starts doing it, got all the streaming services. Now, true television, the networks, everybody knows that, you know, with network shows, who pays the bills, right? Commercials. Yeah. They pay the bills.
Marketing underwrites everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything. So guess what? If they're not doing well, guess what? TV's not going to do well. Who's going to pay for this shit? No, I hate to keep profanity, but who's going to pay for this? If what people are trying to sell is not doing well, see, one hand feeds the other hand. If that's not working, that ain't going to work. Somebody got to pay these damn bills. And that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's the machine that pays everything. You know how many times I've been on a show or pilot or whatever, and the sponsors are right there. They're right there watching because they are paying for this show. If they think it's funny, they're going to keep on paying. If they don't like it, that pilot does not continue. It's over. We didn't pick it up. And that's what happens. Sometimes they don't get picked up because, you know, it's not a good show, but sometimes they don't get picked up because they don't like it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to keep putting their money into something that they don't feel people are going to watch. So these are just all the little things you have to go through. So when I say that because you got to constantly keep on, I hate to say reinventing yourself.
No, I understand. I'm with you.
But it is that, but it's not that. But you have to constantly keep finding a way to take that reinventing yourself and apply it to reinventing the industry. And something is waiting. I don't know what it is. I wish I knew, because I would be very successful if I just figure out what it is that is next. If you get to jump on whatever's next, you the boss.
So here's a good follow-up question to that. Overrated, underrated. AI is the future of marketing.
Oh. Look, I have a hard time with AI. As a person who, like I told you, who thinks of shit every day, as a person who understands, you know, this rhythm thing, AI can't do that. It's like a song in my brain. AI can't do that. AI does not have the you had to be there moment. You know what I mean? You run into an old friend. Yeah. Man, y'all laughing. Y'all having a good old time. AI ain't sitting there like this. What y'all talking about? AI ain't sitting there like, oh, y'all crazy as hell. No, AI can't do that. Yeah. It cannot go and recreate a moment you had with an old friend you ran into on the street. It cannot remember what you two knuckleheads did in college. How you almost starved to death eating oodles and noodles every day. It does not know it doesn't know that stuff. unless you're going to feed it into it. And that's cheating. You can't cheat the brain. The brain cannot be cheated. You can redo things that you give it, but that's not, to me, that's like cheating. And if I accept that, that means I would have to accept another comedian who I'm working with who's getting all his jokes from AI, all his jokes from ChatGPT. I have to accept that. If he told me, I'd be like, oh, he said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This whole new set I got, I ain't write that shit. I'll be like, wow. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, he gets a special. And I'm like this, you got a special? You didn't write none of that stuff. See, that's cheating. I don't like cheating. I'm too old school to cheat. I want the damn credit for creating what is next. I don't want to give it away. I don't want help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I fall down, I'm gonna get my ass up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit there like somebody. I'm getting my butt up. I'm gonna find a way to get up. So that's an interesting question, because I'm saying something that I have no power to stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop it. I can ignore it, but I can't stop it from what it's going to end up doing. But in my own thoughts, that's lazy as hell. Because here's why I say it's lazy. You know who young people get inspired by? Tangible stuff. A real person that tells them, yo, you got potential. You're a really funny kid. You'd be a good comedian one day. Or you're really funny. You write really well. You must have read a lot of books. I like that you read books. I like that you're writing your own stories. That is planting seeds for the next generation. But guess what doesn't? AI is not doing that. AI is going to give you something in the moment. AI ain't watching your damn kids. AI ain't say get in the shower. Been playing outside all day, you musty. It don't do that. Yeah. AI don't care if your ass stinking. It can't smell you. You know what I'm saying? It can't do that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I really enjoy the language you're using right now, because it feels like what you are saying is really what the industry's feeling. It's that, like, we see it happening, we can't stop it.
Can't stop
We're
it.
not totally thrilled about it. No one's like, yes, AI. I mean, other than shareholders, but like the marketers aren't like super thrilled about it, because it feels in some way that is compromising the art of what we do as marketers.
Human nature is, I did that. Give me my credit. That's what human nature is. I worked hard. I did that. You see what I did? So when people talk about it in the future, they'll be like, man, JB came up with this thing like 30 years ago. You know what I mean? You want people to, that's human interaction. That's like, damn, what was he, how did he think of that? Not like, oh, I put it in the computer. It gave me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're playing with the future, you're playing with where things are going at, and you're trusting that this damn AI ain't an asshole. You know what I mean?
And AI isn't going to give you
Now,
your curtains either.
What if AI created all that? You go to turn it in, AI like, yo, hey, it's AI, man. He ain't think of that shit. I did that. And AI gets a mind of his own and take credit for every damn thing you thought you were going to hand it in. AI did all that for you. You didn't do nothing. I'm going to tell you, boss, he ain't do nothing. I did that. Hey, good to meet you. I'm AI. You know what I mean? What is going to happen when the brain gets lazy?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. Evolution is going to make everybody dumb as hell, because we ain't going to be thinking no more. The computer going to do it for you. I'm telling you, that's how the body works. If you don't work out, you get flabby.
Yeah.
If your brain don't work out, you get dumb.
Yeah. Muscles atrophy.
No, Mama, this is old. I don't know this fable. I don't know what it is. This is old North Carolina down south stuff. They used to say, if you playing around, if you got a child and you put deodorant on a child, on a baby, it makes them musty. Because you're allowing a part of their body that's not even ready for deodorant yet. you're forcing the body, because it's a chemical. It's forcing you to get musty so it can make you not musty. They used to say you give a child coffee. You know how you playing around? Yeah, have some of that coffee. I like coffee. And they drink that coffee. Supposedly, coffee makes them dumb. I don't want to say dumb, but it makes them not learn because the caffeine is making their brain go too fast. So apply that where you want to apply it to. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to happen. The least you do, the dumber you will get as a person. You can't develop if everything is being done for you. Right?
Amen. Amen. All right. So I talked to JB Smoove, the marketer, the executive. Now I want to talk to JB Smoove, the actor. We're running out of time.
Oh.
This question is for me, right? I don't care about y'all. This one's for me. And I heard that we're going to talk. I was like, oh, I must ask this question. And it's twofold. I want to know the pitch that was given to you for Pootie Tang and for movie 43.
Ooh.
So I want to know how that was pitched to you for you to be like, I'm in, other than it's Chris Rock. What was the Pootie Tang pitch where you were like, oh, give me that? And to be in the proposal of movie 43.
Oh,
Did I say movie 43? It is ridiculous, but this man shines like a star. This movie is unbelievable. All right, so give me the pitch.
Okay.
All right, JB Smoove, this movie called Pootie Tang.
Okay, Pootie Tang came from, of course, the Chris Rock show. Right. Chris Rock show. I had already done a movie with one of the head writers. I did a movie with him, and he wrote for the Chris Rock show, which in turn he created the Pootie Tang character. So Pootie Tang showed up on the Chris Rock show before the movie. Then Chris Rock said, it would be a good idea to do this damn movie. So he ended up doing a movie based on a character played by Lance Crowther, a Pootie Tang, a superhero who beats you with his belt, who doesn't have, he does not have, he has his own language. He doesn't speak English. He just says crazy stuff. So when he pitched it to me, and see, that's another thing. So some things are given to you, and some things you got to audition for. I didn't have to audition for it. You know, Chris, the writers, they all saw me in the clubs. I did the Chris Rock show. You know, they only had like maybe 3 people ever to do stand-up on the Chris Rock show. I was one of the people who did stand-up. So they told me about the character. I knew the character because I saw the character already. I said, oh, man, it's funny as hell. So basically, they wanted someone who could speak for a character who had his own language.
You translate him.
I had to translate what Pootie was thinking, and they let me come in there.
Pity on the running side.
Sarate, my main Damie. You know, and I would translate for Pootie Tang, and I feel like I don't know who. I'm not saying I'm the only one who could have did it, but I know why they picked me to do it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you get blessed with things like that fall into your lap, and you get a chance to work with people who you already worked with, and they let you do what the hell you do. If you can do what you do, man, I'll be in any movie, man. They say I don't give a damn what it is. If you tell me I can do JB, I'm gonna consider that damn movie because I feel like I'm in control. I'm driving my vehicle. I'm driving the car that I was born with. Now, movie 43 was different. Now,
you explain the premise of the sketch or the
man. Let me remember this thing, man. So this guy was getting married, and damn, what was it? Oh my God!
So I'll help you. He has a girlfriend and he wants to marry her. She's like, I want to take our relationship to the next level.
Right.
And he thought this was proposal, but for her, it was she wanted him to. What's a PC way to put this?
What's a PC way to say it?
Relieve himself on her.
Relieve himself from the back.
From the back, exactly. Exactly.
On her. So I'm telling him, look, man, if you're gonna do it, you gotta make it a festival. It's gotta be like, don't eat no steak and potatoes, man. You gotta eat Mexican food. You want a fiesta coming out of her ass. You're gonna do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta show up, man.
The more colorful,
Eat everything.
the better.
The more colorful, the better. drink Kool-Aid, Mexican food, you know, Dos Equis or something. I don't know. But you load it up. You load it up. You load up. You can't eat no more. And you release. And you release. Like a train horn. But it was
So what was the pitch?
Funny
What was
movie.
the pitch?
The pitch was, I think Chris Pratt was in that movie. So I wanted to work with Chris, and I love him. I said, man, we're gonna make it work. So when I went for the role, we were actually there because they want to do a test. They call it a picture test, meaning they want to see how you guys look together, the height, everything. They play a part. Like they want to see, you know, if you guys look good together. If when you're doing the scenes, they don't got to put one guy on a stack of damn boxes to be your height. Everything got to work. So we hit it off big time. We laughed before we even started doing the lines, and we got each other. I was a fan. He was a fan. It just worked perfectly. So a lot of times I get lucky, and you know I planted enough seeds. You know I show up on time. I stay late. All the little things that people forget about that they got to do, that is attached to their talents. If you're talented, if you can do those other things, it just comes to you. So, you know, I just found a way to do that, found a way to be memorable. So you always remember I was here. Even if I don't get the part, you ain't gonna never forget I was in that goddamn room auditioning if I had to, you know?
Which is exactly what we're trying to do with brands. We're in the marketplace.
That's what brands got to do, baby. I'm telling you.
That's right.
This is, I hate to say it's elementary. It's not elementary. It's hard work that goes into it. But the harder you make it, the more work it's going to be.
Amen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JB Smoove.
Yeah,
Thank you all so very much.
Oh. Fun, man.